So rumors has it that in January or February of 2025, Islam Makhachev will be defending his 155-pound title against Arman Tsarukyan. And listen, this fight is going to be the fight that solidifies Islam Makhachev as the greatest lightweight fighter of all time. This fight is going to be the fight that solidifies Islam Makhachev on the hierarchy of lightweight supremacy. And truth be told, they'll be putting him on the Rushmore most likely within the next 2 years. He's going to be on the Rushmore. And look, I'm really going with Islam for this fight. And it's, their first fight was very competitive. It was a unanimous decision in favor of Islam. It was a high grappling battle. Islam wasn't the striker he is now. Islam has gotten so much better as a striker. Islam is just as great as he was with wrestling back then. And Arman couldn't do nothing with him then. He won't do nothing with him now. And I'm going to tell you why he's not going to be able to do anything with him. Look, we saw it at UFC 300 when Arman Tsarukyan in the fight with Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira was about to submit him. And this is so important because Charles Oliveira is the greatest submissionalist of all time. He's the greatest person he's the greatest fighter when it comes to jiu-jitsu, damn near of all time, other than Royce Gracie. That's Charles Oliveira. Now, I say that to say this. Charles Oliveira couldn't do shit with Islam on the ground. Shit. He couldn't do nothing with Islam on the ground. Islam took him to the ground and slapped him and beat him on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You took the greatest man jiu-jitsu practitioner in the UFC, possibly of all time, to the ground, slapped him around, beat him up, and submitted the greatest submission. Do y'all know what I'm really saying? I don't think y'all really catch the gist of what I'm saying and how important this is. Arman can't do nothing with Islam because Arman had a problem with the greatest submissioner of all time. Islam submitted the greatest submissioner of all time. And y'all think that Arman really poses a threat to Islam? No, sir. Negative. Islam, man. When he wins this fight, man, there's nobody else. He's not going to move up a class because his brother is a champion, Bilal Muhammad. So there's nobody else for him to fight after he wins this fight. He's going to have to rematch people. And he's going to have to slap up on some people he already slapped up on. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Bilal was to lose the title and Islam went up, Islam could win the welterweight title too. Because there's not a welterweight that can wrestle better than him other than Kamaru Usman. Maybe. He might be a better wrestler than Islam. He's not a better grappler. There's a difference. Wrestling implies takedown and all that shit. Grappling implies not just takedowns, but it also implies jiu-jitsu. Islam is great at jiu-jitsu. Islam is great at judo. Islam is great at sambo. Islam is great at Dagestani wrestling. Like, he's a world champion when it came to wrestling before he was in the UFC. That's why I'm saying everything that I'm saying. So Islam Makhachev is about to be he's about to be considered the lightweight GOAT after this fight with Arman. And we in his era right now. It's not a fighter that's going to come along and beat him. Ilia Topuria is running his mouth like he wants that problem. Ilia Topuria poses no threat whatsoever. Ilia Topuria has 2 credible opponents that he's fought. Ilia Topuria is calling out Islam Makhachev for a fight. Ilia isn't a better striker, maybe a better boxer, but striker, no. Striking implies kickboxing, which implies feet, elbows, hands, kicks. You know what I'm saying? It implies everything. Boxing, just, regular, just boxing. So he's a better boxer. I'll give him that. But a well-rounded fighter, he's not. Islam is probably the best well-rounded fighter in the lightweight division of all time.